Hey dear fashion bosses, how are you doing? In today's class, we are going to be learning how to make this beautiful outfit you're seeing. It is 720 degree peplum reversible pinafore jackets. As you can see, you can wear it both ways. This outfit is so beautiful, so classy. So if this is what you like to learn, please kindly stay to the end of this class, okay? And do not forget to subscribe, okay? Tap on the bell so you get notified each time we drop a new video. This class is also going to be in two parts. You have the part one and then the part two. All right, so let's
Guys,
start.
so we are going to go straight into the project like you already seen and know. We're making the style. Oh, this style is so beautiful, like simple but very classy. Hmm. When I saw it, I was like, no, I must show my people, all the fashion bosses in the house, how to make this. I wasn't going to consume this knowledge all by myself. No way. So here we are, okay? It's a very, very beautiful style. You can rock it to church, you can rock it to work. Ah, it can pass for a lot of things, guys. You don't want to know. Okay, so I have my two fabric. We're making the reversible pattern, okay, because you can actually make it without it being reversible. Just make it and line it with the lining of your choice depending on the fabric you are using, and then it's just one way. But the reversible makes it two-way. It means that you can play with two different fabric, and it also means that you can rock it, in different ways, okay, using different bottom colors of pants, trousers, or skirts for it, depending on which part of the fabric you are wearing as at the time. Okay, so I have this fabric and I have this fabric. So I don't want to say one is going to be the main fabric and one is going to be the lining, because right now there is no lining. Okay, so we are just going to use one to turn the other, and knowing that both of them are main fabric. Okay. All right, so if you are a first timer on this channel, if you are a first timer on this channel, we want to say a very big welcome to you. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Thank you so very much for stopping by. Okay, you are not here by chance. You are actually on the right channel. We upload sewing tutorials on this channel twice in a week, Tuesdays and Saturdays. We do not stop at uploading only sewing tutorials. We also upload headwear tutorials. Headwear tutorials such as also gele, turbans, fascinators, heart making, headpiece, and what have you, all the things you can use to adorn your hair. Is a power pack channel. Okay, do not go away without subscribing. All right, and if you are a returning subscriber, we love you, we love you. Thank you so very much. Like I'll always say, without you guys, there isn't a fashion bus, not at all. Thank you. May God bless you. Do not forget, one of the reason, or the reason why we wear clothes and make clothes. Three reasons, actually, according to the scripture. One is to glorify God. Two is to look beautiful. Three is for covering. Do not forget that. Okay? Just hold that with one hand. All right. So we have the pattern paper. We are going to use it to draft the upper bodies. I have my marker pens, my scissors. I have my tape roll. I have my ruler. I have my calculator. We are going to need it. Okay, so I just put all of this aside, and then we go straight into the drafting. Okay, so this is the paper we are using for the drafting. Very simple. I'm just going to make it extremely explicit. Okay, so I have this paper right here with me. I mark my starting line here. Okay, so this is my starting line. I could have just drafted the bodies and then come to explain, but I want you to see everything. Into to peradventure, this is your first time, you don't even have an idea, you are not a professional fashion designer, so to say, but you have the interest in making simple things for yourself. Come on, this is good for you. That's why I'm doing it from the top. So this is my starting line. I'm also going to measure the length of the upper bodies. The length of the upper bodies is 16 inches. Okay, 16 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. It's going to make it 17 inches. Okay, I'll square up the line. We don't need so much to get this done. After this, I'm going to impute my shoulder measurements. Okay, half of my shoulder measurement is 8, so I'm going to impute it. So because this project is it is sleeveless, okay, so we don't want the shoulder part dangling beyond the shoulder because we're not attaching any sleeve. I'm going to come in by 1 inch, so it means I'm going to subtract 1 from my shoulder measurement. My shoulder measurement is 8. I'm going to subtract 1 from 8, and then it will reduce to 7 because I don't want it dangling beyond the shoulder area. It is sleeveless. You know, when making sleeveless, we usually deduct 1 inch, 0.5, 0.75 from the shoulder area so that it is properly fitted. So I'm going to take my neckline. So this is the shoulder line. I'm going to take my neckline. So I'm using this to cut both the fronts and the back bodies, basically. So I'm going to take my neckline. The width of the neckline is 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches. So for the back bodies, the depth for the back neckline is 1 inch. And then for the front bodies, the depth for the front neckline is 3 inches. Hope you understand this. So I'm just going to curve it with my ruler. So we are going to curve our neckline now. This is for the back neckline. This is for the back neckline. And then this is for the front neckline. Okay? So on the shoulder area, we are going to take our shoulder slope. You know, that is okay. So we're going to do a shoulder slope of 1 inch. I don't want to say that is standard because in some cases, depending on the outfit I make, I do a 1.5. And then we are going to connect this 1 inch down to the neckline. That is it. So we're going to come down to the length of these upper bodies and impute our distance between bust. That is our bust span measurements. Okay. So my bust span measurement, which is also distance between bust and nipple to nipple measurement, is 8 inches. I'm going to divide that by 2, and when I do, I'm going to be having a 4 inch. So that 4 inch, we're going to add 0.5 inch to it to make it 4.5 inch. Okay. So that's what we have here. Right? Or another way, let's leave it at 4 inch so that we can have a 0.5 inch round about the pattern as seam allowance. Let me make it that simple for you, okay? So you don't have excesses. So we have 4 inch, which is the accurate measurements of a bust span divided by 2. Bust span is 8 divided by 2 is 4. That is what we have. So we are discarding this for now. So from this shoulder line, we are going to make a connection to the bust span. Simple. That is all we need. It's not more than this. From here, we are going to make a connection down here. This is all we need. Shikina, we are done. So we are going to go on and add a 0.5 inch to the pattern, okay, as our seam allowance. So already have 0.5 here. So you just go on and add a 0.5 inch to yours. Alright guys, so I've added my 0.5 inch seam allowance. So right about now we are just going to cut it off. and then use this pattern right now to cut our fabrics. So we are cutting the back neckline first. So after cutting our fabric, we'll now cut off the front neckline and then use it to cut the front panel. So for the back panel, we are cutting this on fold for the back panel, but we are not cutting on fold for the front panel. Please kindly note. So keep this aside, and then we'll go straight to cutting the peplum. So we are cutting a 360-degree, a 720-degree peplum, okay, for this project. So it means you are cutting a 360-degree in two places. So the waist circumference for this project is 34 waists, okay. The waist circumference is 34, okay. So we are going to divide the waist circumference. If we divide 34 divide by 2, we are going to be having 17, okay. Yes, should be having 17. So 17 now, we'll divide 17 by 6.28, okay. So if we divide 17, which is half of the waist right now, so we'll divide it by 6.28.28, we are going to be having 2.7. We're going to be having 2.7, so we approximate it to 3 inches, okay. So this is our radius right now, okay. This is our radius, 3 inches. So we keep that aside. The length for the blouse is 25. So we have 25. The upper bodice was 16 inches. So we deduct 25 minus 16. You have 9 left. So this 9 is the peplum, okay. So you're going to add this 9 to this 3 inches. So you have 9 plus 3 equal 11 plus 1. This plus 1 is going to be your seam allowance. The seam allowance to turn the peplum at the downside and to attach the peplum to the upper bodice plus 1. You're going to have 12. So we are looking for 12 right now, okay. Hope you understand all of this logics. So for the fabric, so I folded my fabric, okay, into 4. All right, I folded it like this and then brought it over like this. That makes it 4, okay. Don't forget we are cutting two off on this fabric and 2 on this fabric. Don't also forget the reason we are cutting 2 is because we divided the waist circumference by 2. Hope you remember. All right, so if you've watched this video up to this point and you've not subscribed, please do not go away without subscribing. Kindly subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to tap on the bell so you get notified each time we drop videos every week, okay. Like this channel, share it amongst your friends, okay. Give it a thumbs up. Giving it a thumbs up and liking it actually makes it visible for other people to see, okay. Do not keep this beautiful knowledge to yourself alone. I'm sharing with you right now. You should also do well to share with others, okay. All right, so we are going to, so I'll measure 3 was the circumference, was the radius, okay, which is here. So what you do, you make sure from here to here you have at least 12, okay. From here to here you also make sure you have at least 12, okay. There should be equal angles. So I'll measure my 3 inches, which is the radius. Hope you're seeing the marking. So I'll just keep rotating my tape roll to get my 3 inches. Like this. So we are done with the radius. I'll just connect the lines. Hope you can see this. Connect the lines, and then I'll come back to take my 9 inches, which is the length of the peplum. But from here right now, we are measuring 12. Okay, I don't want to measure from here 9 inches. I want to be very accurate. So I'll come back to this angle and measure 12. I'll just keep rotating my tape rule. See, I get to the end of my fabric. So when you cut this out, you use it to cut on the other fabric, okay? So we have it. We are just going to connect the lines. That is it. And then we cut it out. Okay. You can follow us on our social media pages. On Instagram is at Fashion Boss. On Facebook at Fashion Boss Innovations Academy. You're on YouTube already, so it means you found us. So I have my 2 peplum. I've cut it out. I also went ahead to fold and cut the second one. So this is a set now. We are going to do the same on this fabric. Okay, so I'll cut it and then show you. All right, guys. So we've cut out the peplums. Okay, and this is what we have. 2 of this to make it 1. 2 of this to make it 1 as well. This is 2. So a single one like this is a 360. Okay, so 2 like this makes it 720. Please take note. Peradventure you've been wondering what is even this 720 degree, 1140, you know, and so on that they are talking about. It's just an addition of each degree. Okay, so the more addition you have, the fuller your peplum. Okay, so we are just going to open it up and split it open. We'll do this to all 4. So right about now, whatever you do to one, you do to the other, so we don't get to waste too much time. So I also went ahead to cut my interfacing. Okay, I want it to pop. I don't want it flapping. So that's why I'm adding this gum stay to it. I will also add horsehair braid, but I'm not going to show that on this video because I have a video on the channel that teaches us how to use our horsehair braid. Okay, so I'll just open it up this way. Okay, so this is what you have as 360. Open it up, open this one up, you add it, you bring one to the other, right side facing the right side. Okay, and then you join it up. That is after you've added your interfacing, but if you're not adding interfacing, it's totally okay by you. If that is okay by you, it's fine. And then you add it up, you join it on your sewing machine to make it a one piece. Okay, you also do the same to this one. Okay, so I made sure that we got our peplum before going ahead to cut our upper bodies. It is very, very advisable that if you are working with a peplum, gathers and all of that, okay, please go ahead to cut out your peplum first, your flay first. Okay, cut out your skirt parts first before cutting out, using the remaining fabric to cut out your upper bodies. Is very advisable. So I mentioned earlier that we are cutting the back panel first, and then we are cutting it on fold. Okay, the back panel does not have any divide, but the front does. So I place my fabric, my pattern this way. Okay, I can pin it down so it does not move. I need some form of accuracy. You should learn how to pin. It gives you accuracy. Okay, it does not make you deficient in any way. Yoruba will say, mistake or logger. If I didn't say that very well, pardon me. But I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say if you are from the eastern part of Nigeria. Sorry, the western part of Nigeria. Okay. What it means is that mistake does not have oga, neither does he have a boss. Mistake or logger, you know. Anybody can make it. So in order for you not to be in that place, learn how to use your pin where necessary. It is very, very imperative. Okay. So don't forget, whatever we are cutting here, we are also cutting on the other fabric. It's husband and wife, okay? 5 and 6.